probably do, Eric, you would agree to. A little sloppiness by the world champion, clearly having a relaxed time. I guess you can relax a little bit when you were up by 8, almost 9 games, and after 5 minutes. But if Wesley mounted an epic comeback, he would definitely regret the way he performed in the 3-minute chess.
Yep. Yep. No, Magnus is going to have to play a bit better. He's down 12 seconds here. And he's playing a very suspicious line, or his position is pretty bad.
Yeah,
Uh, he's asking for it. That's what
yeah,
I
yeah.
can say here. Queen F4. You're going to try to bring that other knight on G3 to G4 and put something on F6. In the meantime, though, you are going to generate something here on the queen side, but it seems a little slow. If you can get knight F1, knight E3, knight G4, knight F6, that's game over. Any sort of dark square penetration here is going to be lights out. And the problem is, I mean, black's just playing sort of like anti-positional here. I think Magnus knows it too, by the way. He's being very provocative with his chess. This is something you don't see from many other top players. He gets away with it sometimes. I know Hikaru sometimes plays similar positions in Bullet, but I mean, this looks like I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, well,
This is this
the
is so
position is
lost.
almost mating for White. I mean,
This
it's
is, but I mean, yeah, Wesley must be very surprised that he's even in this position. Um,
yeah. I mean, he can take everything and everything and their
I,
cousins. I mean, at this point, it's just
I mean,
completely
Magnus
over.
is pushing the limit here, seeing how bad his positions can be, and he can still play them. Can you win like a terrible? How bad does it have? Can you
Oh my
manage?
gosh, he's winning. Wesley So is just absolutely on tilt right now. It's not even
Oh my, like that is.
Eric. Gather
I
yourself.
was. I don't know what I just watched there, Danny.
That was
Wesley's had to deal with like.
Magnus Carlsen was again just the position is resignable in any form of chess. It
I
is
mean,
resignable.
he's.
Similar to the game that he was already in a dead loss position and swindled this rook takes c7 draw. I mean, and again, he's giving us enough gift material to last a social media lifetime with his crack ups on camera. So I hope somebody is clipping the bleep out of this Magnus
This
Carlsen
is
right now. I mean, you don't see this Magnus over the board. We'll see what kind of
not
mood
yet,
we'll see what kind of Magnus
not
we get
yet,
in
but
post interviews and post match interviews, Eric. We'll see what
that
kind of
is that is it's really good. Like me or some other tempered people. I mean, on camera, like yeah, where if the players were mic'd up, who knows what you'd hear. That is. Look at that.
yeah.
Queen D5, rook E8, bishop H6. There's queen
It's
D6
just
there.
nuts.
It's
It's
not.
nutty. It's nutty. Is Magnus? I wonder what's in the glass he's
Wait,
been.
wait. By the way, he
What's that?
resigned. Well, you have queen D6, right? Can you at least play queen D6 in
Yeah, I
that game
guess you
after
could.
bishop
I guess he
H6?
could. The king opponenting is probably losing, but yeah, you're right.
But why? I play
Yeah,
F6
I,
and
I
king
agree.
F7.
I
Is it
agree.
immediately lost?
100%. I agree. Well, Wesley is clearly not has his best chess today. Magnus Carlsen has been on fire despite a rather sloppy approach at times, but only 25 minutes remain before.
I guess it might be lost, but I thought he might play that off. Okay, okay. Well, anyways, Wesley here is dealing with out of all the matches I've seen in terms of just allowing like some certain basic tactics that like he knows about and dealing with tilt. Wesley, I think, has had it the worst.
Yeah,
He's really gonna have to like. I mean, yeah, it's very hard to recover from some of these blunders. But yeah, Magnus is
Magnus is playing
on the troll
chess
pole.
on another planet right now, right? I mean, after dismantling Dingley Ren and uh, and doing so in just super
So,
impressive fashion,
so I
he's
want to say pattern recognition. Magnus has a pawn on h4, queen on e5, and a dark squared bishop.
yep,
He's clearly going to do something on the dark squares. He did this on the other side. He won that very nice game in the 5-2 portion, and
yep.
he often goes for things like this.
Wesley defending his way
This is
out of
not
it.
good. You're not threatening queen takes g3. That's not even a move I want to do. What am I doing? Knight h4 here? Is
Yeah.
knight h4 a move? What do you do after knight h4? This doesn't look healthy, or any of these moves. This is like black gets this like annoying
Right.
counterplay.
If takes,
I'm
takes,
almost
it's
tempted to
FG4.
play king to f1.
White doing his best to defend, but running out of useful moves. Knight c4 is such a strong move. Now this queen is being overloaded between the d2 bishop, the
Black is
f2 pawn.
so active here.
Even
This in bullet, this is you just can't handle this.
now that knight takes d2 can be played, is knight takes d2 and rook g5. I guess that's why the Wesley brought the bishop to c6, was to guard the threat of mate on g2.
He's going to try to play bishop d6. We've seen this before. Bishop
Yep.
d6 and queen h2.
Here it comes. Bishop d6, the king runs, but the rook is already
Oh no,
keeping it
like
trapped.
he's already won a game like this. This is like
Yep, and after queen h1, knight g1, the bishop will come to
we've
h2.
already
and
seen
it's
this
all over.
before. He
Yep.
won a game exactly like this. This is, I mean, I called it like 20 moves ago that he was going to get his queen and bishop on that diagonal in h4. I mean, it's
It's deja vu for Wesley So. And
it is deja vu.
super under the gun. You can see the difference in terms of how this match has gone by the expressions on each player's face. Frustrating for Wesley So, but what can you do at this point? Magnus Carlsen is putting on a show. Okay, well, the last few games we have here in Bullet are still worth something, and at this point in round 2 of the Speed Chess Championship, they're worth almost hundreds of dollars.
Do you want to know something I was worried about? Is when I played Magnus, I was worried and aware that when I was on tilt and he was killing me, that he could fool around and beat me, and he didn't.
And you couldn't stop him if he
Like
did.
I would probably lose if he played like king e2 or like there's a certain point where I thought I might be like, publicly humiliated, and it wasn't that bad in terms of like the openings or just like sack a queen, win with like rook odds, like how you like won against Lawrence Trent a few times, things like that. Like I was really concerned about that.
They call it pulling a Trent these days when you when you lose with rook odds.
So Wesley here dealing with this is quite an unpleasant endgame. The two bishops with no risk. One thing you might want to do as black is put the pawn on b3 so you can attack that b2 pawn, because otherwise you have no targets, and white's going to play king f1, king e2. He's going to take on h2 here.
Yeah, he should, for sure.
Which works.
Yep, hit the bishop.
But even then, this is good for white. Outside pass pawn, two bishops, no risk. So now there's bishop b4, rook takes d5. Rook takes d5. Oh man, he missed it. He's playing
Wesley.
slowly. He's blundering.
He's
And
blundering
this might
away
be
the
a
games at this
bullet
point.
blowout. A bullet blowout.
That's what we're on pace to see, and if we